Hello everyone, my name is Dmytro Kuczeruk and I will be running today's webinar about installation and maintenance of solar airfield lighting system. I trust that you are all fine and your families are also safe during these pandemic times. And I also truly want to thank you all and each one of you for joining us today. I realize that for some of you it's going to be very early morning, and for some of you it's early evening. So I appreciate you paying attention to what we do. A webinar will take about 45 minutes. As usual, we will try to be as short as possible. During webinar, I encourage you to answer questions in chat. My colleagues will answer those questions in chat during my presentation. And after presentation, I will also do Q&A session in case if some questions are left unanswered. Again, during the webinar, we will mute everyone. So if you want to ask questions or report about any technical issues, please use live chat. Let's start. During today's webinar, we will cover following topics. I will talk about S4GA, our products and installed base, key components of S4GA Solar Airfield Lighting System, key stages of Solar AGL installation, airfield lighting design, installation of lighting equipment, installation of control system, and testing and commissioning. You will find out about maintenance of Solar AGL and about the way we perform technical and after-sales support. And at the very end, there is going to be a question and answer session as well. Now, for all attendees who joined our webinar for the first time today, a few words about S4GA, who we are and what we do. S4GA designs, manufactures, and supplies certified airfield lighting to civil and military customers in the world. Our lighting system is the world's safest runway lighting. The company is government-owned, and all our products are certified in accordance with aviation regulations. Our head office, manufacturing facilities, and training centers are located in Poland. What kind of solution do we offer? First of all, of course, solar airfield lighting for civil and military airports, portable airfield lighting trailer for airbase and temporary runways, backup runway lighting for airport construction, and lighting system for helicopter landing zones. Those are 4 types of solutions that we are offering today. As of August 2020, S4GA has delivered over 120 systems in more than 45 different countries. We have Solar AGL installed all across the world: Lithuania, Uzbekistan, Maldives, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, Argentina, or Greece, and many other countries as well. Now, let's have a look on the main components of S4GA Solar Airfield Lighting. S4GA offers complete solution for the runway. That includes SP401 Solar Airfield Light. We offer lights of all required types, from runway edge to taxiway edge light. Precision approach pass indicator, or PAPI, powered by solar engine. We offer both halogen or LED PAPI, depending on customers' requirements. Other Solar AGL equipment includes illuminated wind direction indicator, runway guard lights, or airport signs. All of this is powered with the solar energy as well. And of course, we offer complete airfield lighting control and monitoring system for our runway lighting. Installation of solar runway lighting. I guess it can be described in 4 stages. Key stages of installation: airfield lighting design, installation of lighting units, installation of control system, and finally, testing and commissioning. Now, I will go through each stage one by one, and we explain in details what we do and how we can help you on each of those stages. Stage number 1, airfield lighting design. During this stage of installation process, we prepare airfield lighting design for a given airport. Using Google Map data, as you can see here on the left, and ICAO requirements, we prepare so-called non-operational AGL drawing that includes specific location of each light, distances between the lights, and type of lights, as you can see here, for example. Also, we prepare number of lights in accordance to layout of the specific airport. Final project includes general and also detailed plan of an airfield. Stage 1 takes about 5 working days to be completed, depending on the size and complexity of the airfield. Stage 2. After AGL design is approved, S4GA starts manufacturing required scope of equipment. I have skipped this stage on purpose because it is not related to installation. So the second stage of installation is installation of equipment itself. Stage 2 starts usually with ground survey in order to identify physical location of the lights based on the project provided by S4GA. Next, concrete bases for airfield lights should be prepared and mounted. Obviously, this stage can be done while lights are being manufactured in S4GA factory to save some time. Stage 3 is installation of mounting for lighting fixtures. In simple terms, each light or each mounting requires 4 holes to be drilled, followed by fastening of the mounting plates with a screw to the concrete surface. Last step includes attachment of light itself to the mounting base and connection of solar panels. Now the lights are ready to use. How is solar AGL installation different from wired conventional one? Number 1, airport saves time. As you can see, and you can understand probably from what I said before, there is no trenching. There is no laying cables underground. All of this is not required. This is why installation takes only a few days, and this is how airport saves time. Number 2, installation of solar AGA is safe for technicians. On top of that, of course, there is no risk of injury or death. Why? Installation does not require working with any kind of high voltage equipment. Airport saves money. Solar AGL requires no constant current regulators, no cables, or other electrical infrastructure. Normal standard time of installation of lights, of solar lights, is 10 working days. Installation of solar-powered PAPI is almost no different than usual PAPI installation. Well, first step is preparation of concrete foundations for PAPI and for solar engine. Second step, we install PAPI on the legs and calibrate it. The only difference between installation of PAPI and solar PAPI is existence of solar engine. Solar engine consists of solar panels and power bank. Solar engine is installed next to PAPI. Step 4 is connection of PAPI and solar engine. This phase of installation takes from 10 to 15 working days. Stage 3, installation of control system. After lights are installed, we proceed to control system, and S4GA provides airfield lighting, control and monitoring system. Installation of ALCMS includes step 1, first you have to install so-called UR201 control and monitoring unit in a tower or in a maintenance room. Then you have to install external antennas for wireless communication. Step 3, installation of ALCMS itself. And the last stage is testing of a control system. According to our experience of previous installations, this phase usually takes not more than 2 to 3 days. The last stage is system testing and commissioning. It includes testing of wireless communication between the lights, intensity settings, and of course we test proper functioning of individual light monitoring and fault reporting. If the lights and ALCMS have properly installed, testing procedure takes maximum 2 to 3 days. This is actually the end of the installation part. Now let's jump into the maintenance part. Standard maintenance procedure includes 2 things: occasional cleaning of solar panels and replacing of the batteries. Regularity of cleaning of solar panels depends really on airport location. In some cases, it shall be performed every half a year, every 6 months. In some airports, monthly cleaning is required. S4GA use special so-called nano coating to protect solar panels. Coating actually significantly extends time between cleanings comparing to standard solar panels. Replacing the batteries belongs to very frequently asked questions. Airport companies want to know how often should we replace battery and how much does it cost? Let me answer those questions. Well, first of all, we use standard type batteries available everywhere. They can be replaced by airport personnel. And battery are replaced every 3 to 4 years, or when battery exchange is reported by monitoring system. I will talk about this later. Battery cost depends on country, on location, but usual battery price that we use is around $40 US. One light has 2 batteries. So for a system of 100 lights, total replacement cost of all the batteries is $8,000 every 3 to 4 years. Maintenance of S4GA solar system is easy with our ALCMS system. So when there is a need to clean panel or replace battery, airport technician will be informed. How do we monitor that? S4GA ALCMS provides individual light monitoring. What you see here is a small panel that represents parameters of any given light on the solar S4GA system. and it represents certain parameters that are used for the maintenance purposes. For maintenance, we monitor charging efficiency and time to replace the battery. If charging efficiency in some lights is, for example, lower comparing to the rest, then airport technician is informed which light or lights required cleaning. Charging efficiency is represented as a percentage of the maximum efficiency. The second parameter is time to replace the battery and amount of charging cycles. ALCMS actually monitors battery in every light and counts how many cycles been used. And this way, when it is time to exchange the battery, airport technician will be notified in advance. Another frequently asked question is lifespan of S4GA solar light. Now, to understand lifespan, one should analyze life of lights components, actually. Here you can see that LED lifespan is 100,000 hours. Casing is designed for 30 years. Battery, as I said, for 3 to 4 years. Solar panel is 20 years. And mounting is for 20 years as well. So to sum up, lifespan of this whole lighting unit is a function of lifespans of its components. The least lifespan is 20 years. We treat battery as an exchangeable component that you have to replace every 3 to 4 years. S4GA provides full support during project implementation for customers and installation companies. We provide training in S4GA Training Center. You can see an example here. Project delivery support, on-site trainings, and we also create lots of video tutorials that allows our customers to handle any issues remotely without us being on site. Product center is located in Poland, as I said before. Project delivery support, part of it, we perform on-site project supervision or technical support and consulting. Training on site, obviously we train our customers how to use equipment, how to install it, how to do any kind of troubleshooting. And video tutorials include a set of videos of how to exchange batteries, how to connect solar, how to how to assemble the light, or in case if there are any issues with the system, we share with our customers troubleshooting manuals in the same way. So we shoot the video rather than supply customer with 100-page document, because we believe it's more efficient way to share information. S4GA holds a rich database of supporting documents, technical datasheets, operation and maintenance manuals, certificates, and other related documents are provided for our customers. You can, of course, contact me after this webinar if you are interested in any particular document. To sum up, installation of solar airfield lighting is fast and simple. Due to system and product design, installation of solar AGL excludes some stages that are applicable for wired conventional lighting. That is why installation of complete system can be performed in 20 to 30 working days. As many of you know, it's impossible to reach this kind of speed with conventional lighting, where installation can take up to 6 to 8 months. If you want to discuss any particular upcoming project, you are welcome to contact me via email. And now it's a time for answering your questions. So just allow me to change my screen so I can see your question. Let me activate some video for you. Just hold on. Okay. The first question will be, how do you demonstrate compliant photometric output following initial commissioning for acceptance and during the operation and maintenance phases? Well, the answer to this question is very simple. We, as a manufacturer, we supply compliant lights that are tested in our laboratory internally, and before they are tested in external accredited laboratory. We are unable to supply any testing, photometrical testing equipment, because this is not part of our job. This is a job of installation company or airport to test photometrical output after installation or during the using of the lights. Does the system give you an automated warning about battery or lights that needs to be replaced? Yes. If the system provides you individual light monitoring, so in fact it tells you if battery in any of the lights is faulty or doesn't work, or if light is not functioning well. If you'd like to see more details about that, I suggest to look at our YouTube channel. There we have a webinar about control and monitoring system with lots of useful information about that. Do you set the parameters, or are they pre-programmed by S4GA? The parameters of monitoring are pre-programmed by S4GA. Okay. Does the solar panel frangible? Yes, solar panel is frangible. S4GA holds frangibility certificate for entire lighting fixture. What is the maximum distance between the radio control and external antenna? There is actually almost no distance limitation because each light is a repeater. So distance between the control tower and the first light can be as high as 1.5 kilometers. And then the signal will be retransmitted to further located lights. I'd like to know if the PAPI power bank does meet frangibility requirements. Yes, PAPI power bank is installed on the frangible leg the same way as signs, guidance signs, or wind direction indicator is installed. It's the same philosophy. Do you need to register the radio communication medium for the ALCMS communication to each light unit? Keith, can you explain what you mean? What do you mean by the word register? Register where? Next question. You show in the presentation a technician working on the control tower roof and looks like he's installing an external antenna. Yeah, that is correct. And I see the same here. The question: what are the ratings of your internal mini CCRs in the light fixtures? Mr. Nicholas, can you explain the meaning of your question? What do you mean by? What exactly are you asking me about? Okay, I see the Kiska asking. Normally, radio comms airside have to be air registered. Yes. Are you talking about radio communication? So when you have, in case if you use airport radio, you need to register because it emits I guess, above 10 watt of radio communication. In our case, due to radio being very low power, there is no to register it because it's below 16 milliwatt and it's not transmitting that much data. So it does not require any registration in local radio authority. Are there embedded threshold lights? Yes, there are embedded threshold lights as well. Is the lighting intensity constant or do you have controls on the intensity? We have 5 levels of intensity control. Gerson, thank you. I think the topic of registration has to do with regulatory radio communication bands. Yes, normally less than 100 milliwatt. So we have below 16 milliwatt. Okay, I asked earlier in how you manage to vary brilliancy steps without CCRs, and your colleagues answered that you have mini CCRs in the light. This puzzles me. Okay, it works like that. In each light, you have a mini CCR, let's call it this way, which means that this mini CCR supplies power to the LED. So when we send signal to 100 lights, then 100 mini CCRs supply the same amount of power to each light individually. This way, we can be sure that each of 100 lights have the same brilliancy. Radio frequency band on which light are controlled S4GA. Do this frequency affect on localizer and other radio communication? Our lights have been tested by Armament Institute of Technology in Poland in accordance with electromagnetic compatibility testing. And we have test results that prove that there is no interference with navigational aids such as ILS, VOR, DME, or radar. Also, the frequency used by S4GA, which is 868 MHz, is a different frequency than used by navigational aids in airports. Adrian, do you have info regarding the embedded lights? Well, embedded lights that we supply are the same inset lights used anywhere in the world. They are installed the same way. Okay, what are the 5 steps current levels normally in traditional system 2.8 to 6.6 amp? Okay, in this case, we do not in our case, steps are not set as a percentage of amps. It is set as a percentage of light output. We have, I guess, 1, 3, 10, 30, and 100% of maximum intensity. When we say cost savings compared to traditional lighting system, could you give an indication what is the cost reduction for a small regional airport with 1 runway? Yes, it's going to be minimum 40% cheaper to install solar system than comparing to conventional. It can be up to 70% cheaper in some cases. Are the solar lighting system as provided compliant with precision runway facilities Cat 1, 2, or 3 operations? To answer your question, I will say like that. Solar system from S4GA, we can provide high intensity runway lights that can be used to equip category 1 airport, but 2 and 3 would require lots of inset lights for touchdown zone, for approach, for center line. In this case, making a solarized system out of it just would cost too much money and it's not financially feasible. Does your system follow ICAO only or FAA and others too? Our system follows ICAO purely, and in many cases, it is also, by design, it is compliant with FAA as well. will you have a webinar on solar obstruction lights? We're not planning, but maybe there is a demand. Tricky, if you want some information on solar obstruction lights, just let me know, and I will try to help you and answer your questions privately. I'm not sure if you said before, can be used a standard battery for replacement or must be supplied by S4GA? No, I mean, yes, the standard battery can be used. You don't have to buy from S4GA. What about reliability as compared to power lights? This is a long topic, but I can with full responsibility say that solar system is more reliable than conventional lights, even though I believe conventional lights are designed with as highest reliability as possible. But the thing is, they still have certain bottlenecks. For example, in a conventional system, you have centralized power source. Your lights are connected with 2 cables, 2 circuits. You have 1, 2 substations, you have 10 substations, you have 1 generator. So you have certain elements that if they stop working, entire system or part of the system will start operating. In solar system, you have so-called distributed power source, which means that each light has its own power. It's powered individually. So the probability of losing all the lights in solar system is 0. Of course, if you still would like to find out more about reliability of solar system, I invite you to watch a webinar about 5-level protection system that we have that protects our system against system failure. Okay, how long lights can work during fully cloud conditions means number of days. Lights, if there is, let's assume not fully cloud. Let's assume there is a full night on the Earth. There is no sun at all. In this case, our light will work 15 days. But remember, even during fully cloudy conditions, there is still a charging process happening. It's a less effective charging, but it is happening. In most parts of the world, our solar light will work 365 days a year without interruption. The solar lighting system can be used for all sizes of airports. Is it more advisable for smaller airports? Solar lighting system can be used on all kinds of airports. We use it, we have installed it on international airports, general aviation airports, military air bases, small airports, medium-sized airports. It doesn't matter the size of airport, it doesn't matter. What matters is, of course, airport. If airport is located in area without reliable electrical supply, then solar lighting is a very good option for you because you can run airport regardless of reliability of your electrical supply. Installation. Will you install this system or can we install the system locally? The system can be installed locally. We can simply support you by training you, by providing, if on request, supervision or installation support. What is the temperature constant of S4GA lights, harsh environment like Middle East, where temperatures reaches above 60 degrees and there is a conventional cooling? Well, our lights are installed in very hot environments in the desert. They work perfectly. The component that needs to be selected carefully is, of course, a battery, because battery shall be adjusted to the location where light is installed. We have battery that can work for -40 to +80 degrees Celsius. So S4GA lights are available in medium and high intensity. Yes, they are available. Are there any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? can be used next to a coal mine. I'm not sure how to understand the question, but normally we install those lights at the dust problem. There is no problem in case of lighting itself. Lights has ingress protection of IP67, so they are fully protected against dust. The only thing that I guess will happen is that this kind of airport will have to clean solar panel more often. Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much for being here. Are there more questions? Okay. In this case, I guess if there is no more questions, thank you very much for your time and your questions. If you would like to share this webinar with your colleagues, with your customers, it will be available in S4GA YouTube channel in few days. So please subscribe and you will be notified about new videos on your channel, on our channel, sorry. And also, I encourage you to follow us on LinkedIn, where we share case studies, photos and videos of our applications. Again, thank you very much. Have a great day.